Okay, the normal World Rally Championship has now been beaten, and I think before we get on with the Pro Championship, let's get through the license tests, because I figured why not. So we have, I think, 3 tests to do here on 3 separate stages, as we start off with stage 1 in Spain. And we cannot do anything because, well, the game is just going to thrust us straight into the challenge. And you know what? I think I'm just going to go along with this. I also know that we'll basically be driving the 3 slowest cars in this game in terms of outright pace. And we will pretty much be driving, ironically, a car that we are very familiar with to open this up. And as I say that, well, what does that mean? Well, that. We're basically driving as Alistair McRae once again, but this time we're doing it in the license tests, as we are now back onto the dry, smooth tarmac of Spain. I'm also pretty sure we're on the long gear settings, if I'm not mistaken. And I am already 2 seconds up.
100 right 3. 100 left
So,
5.
now heading up into this right-hander.
50 right 5.
And so far, so good, as I am now 4.7 seconds ahead, and I can definitely say my car is very well balanced for this stage.
50 over crest.
I am very much feeling like I can get this thing foot to the floor, as I now have a 7.6 second advantage over the target time, and it looks like I'm going to hit my target time for the stage with very relative ease, is what me thinks, because of just how well this car is handling right now, and also because of just how hard I can actually push this thing. And there we go, setting a 140.3 in the end of stage 1 in the WRC challenge. So that's our first license test, and now let's move on to our second license test. So that's our first one down, and now we must move on to the next one. So we need to set an overall time of 6:52 in order to pass, and considering I'm already nearly 11 seconds up, I'd imagine this is going to be pretty easy. Now we head over to Portugal, and by this time we will be driving the Skoda Octavia for what is stage 2. As to what driver we're playing as, I have got no fucking clue. It's either going to be Armin Schwartz or Bruno Thierry, but I don't know which one for sure. Oh yeah, also shout out to Thierry Neuville for finally getting the championship won for 2024. I just figured I'd mention that. Also, I quite like that stylish style for the Skoda. That's actually a lot better looking than I thought it was going to be, but either way, I quite like that rev counter dial. I think it actually goes really well with the Skoda. As I am 6/10 up after the first sector, so off to a pretty reasonable start so far. It's looking like I will once again hit my target time with relative ease, the way I see things, as I am 7/10 up after Sector 2, so more or less staying within the pace I need to set. I can definitely say the Skoda handles differently to the Hyundai. Characteristics are definitely different at least. But you know what? I will get used to it, as I'm now already 2 seconds up. So it's fair to say that we're doing really well at the moment. But anyway, all we have left are 2 sector splits. And now I am 4.7 seconds up. So I'm slowly moving further and further away. And it now looks as though this is going to be where I win it with relative ease. And there we go, a 219.98. Or in other words, we ran a 220. 6 seconds up on the target time. So that's really fucking good. Okay, 1 stage to go now. And before we move on, I might as well save the replay, because why not? Because I can. Okay, that's good. I'm pretty sure I did remember to record the replay if I recall correctly. I was pretty sure I did anyway. So, 4 minutes is now our overall time, and we are 16 seconds up on where we need to be, so let's now head over to our final stage in Sweden, and where this time we will be driving the Citroen Zara for our 3rd and final stage of the WRC license test. I also figured it was worth it for me to showcase this, because I figured, well, why not? So, yeah. We still have a fair way to go in this game. Oh, and we get another dial change, this time with the Citroen. I also gotta say, the Citroen handles pretty well in the snow as well, which is probably the reason why Thomas Radstrom scored points in the Citroen when I saw him get those 2 points. So 1.6 seconds up, and it is fair to say that at this stage we're doing okay for now. And we're doing far from terribly. So 3.5 seconds up now on the target time. It looks like I'm more or less going to pass this test, just as I have passed the other 2 tests. It looks like the snow and ice is going to do nothing to, I guess you could say, slip me off course. Because I am very much slipping and sliding my way to what very much looks like I will pass the test.
Caution, over jump. Caution, over jump. 50, over crest. 50,
And so,
very long, right 4,
it looks
right
as though we are well on our way
2, right 5,
to scoring what should be
left, over crest.
a relatively
50, caution, over jump.
easy
Into right
win
4,
on the stage.
and left 4. 50, caution.
And the one thing that's even more ironic is knowing that this is episode 15 of the stage, sorry, of the LP. And the other thing that I consider ironic is knowing that the Citroen has the number 15. That's definitely two turns of irony, if I ever saw them, is the point I'm trying to make. But there we go, 11 minutes later, and since we already have a replay saved, I will check again to be sure, because I figured why not. Yep, we do have one saved. And there we go. We have very clearly passed. By 23.4 seconds over our target time. So there we go. Congratulations, you passed the test. To receive a code that allows you to enter a WRC challenge, input the following code, unlocking, on the official website www.wrc.com. I will consider using that, because I figured the WRC challenge modes will be something else I do. But there we go. We have beaten the license tests, and I think next time we're going to get started with the Pro Championship. Yeah, that's what we'll do next. So, the WRC license tests have been passed, and now we will move on to the Pro Championship, coming in the next episode.